So here it is, Solas Amita 3C Plus 11.8 by 11. I received it 10 minutes ago. I'm in rush to install it and go fishing. So we will test it today and discuss everything during the fishing trip. Now I quickly show you the prop. So the thrust hub is built in, it's rubber. I don't see where is the rubber here. The washer, the same like Mercury uses, and it's included, so the same, the nut the same, and they use thrust washer from Mercury. I will also quickly show you soon the packaging, because it could practically use for shipping. It's hard to find information online, and yeah, so that's why I will show you. Okay, now I quickly install it. Yeah, you can hear I'm really in rush, and go fishing. So here I am, let's continue on the water. Let's take a quick ride before fishing. Yeah. So, and we will gather data and then analyze and discuss the whole propeller story during the fishing trip, why the autopilot does its job. So then we discuss the old propellers, and right now you will mostly see cuts of various modes. So guys, while I still remember, let's summarize a little bit what you have seen without any theory or comparing with the previous one, because it is going to be later. So I got 5100 wide open throttle, yeah. So we will get back to this. So the plane speed for me was more or less okay. I don't remember already, but we have it on the video. So but what I don't like with this and the previous big prop, we will talk more about previous props later. So what I don't like is how sensitive the board now. So I'm not comfortable with riding it now, and it's explainable because the bigger prop, the bigger diameter rise, the stern up, so, and it's become too sensitive. For me it is too. Yeah, so I don't feel that board because previously I was like, the steering was tough and I could feel the board, especially because I had mechanical steering previously. So now I don't understand where is the edge, yeah, of the risk, let's say. Yeah, but okay, now let me include the part about trolling. I'm doing trolling, and just a few minutes ago I recorded my impression on trolling, and then we go to compare and the story, etc. Let's discuss the trolling mode for this one with 11 pitch in compare with the previous one with 9 pitch. You can watch in the first part, the link in the description. So it's okay, at least now. So I'm going against the wind about 5 meters per second. Yeah guys, I only understand meters per second when we talk about wind. So sometimes it's 8 but gusts, but I didn't have it yet. So you can notice the wave. Yeah, well, that's quite okay conditions, and I'm doing 3.5 kilometers per hour with about 960/30. I have some not tolerance, but reserve. I have some reserve there to put more, so it's quite good speed for trout or salmon. Yeah, so I'm quite okay. I'm quite satisfied with this. I don't expect calm waters today, so I don't know what we will have with this 11 pitch in calm water. Probably so my concern that I don't have too small RPMs, that no rattling here, so probably it will be the issue. I don't know yet, but at the moment with these conditions, quite often conditions in October, November, yeah, you can notice the wave is now even bigger, so it should be fine. Well, by the way, I'm go the opposite direction later, and let's see. Now let's talk about the use case, comparing it with previous props, and talk about how to correctly choose a propeller. Some of this was mentioned in the first part, but here it will be explained even better. Let's start with how to choose a prop. In the service manual there is a range of RPM for wide open throttle, WOT. For Mercury and most other engines it is 55 60 hundredths, 5500, 6000. So that's the range. If you hit 5500, great. If you hit 60 hundredths, also great. That's what the manual says. Well, not exactly this way, but that's the idea. Last time I thought that I need to aim as close to 6000 as possible. No, that's not the case, because the next key point is the optimal operating range. That's when you cruise at about 1000 RPM less than the max. The manual doesn't say this, but this is what the experts say. So if you are planning at around 5 1000 RPMs, it should be fine. Well, based on my experience, the sweet point for me would be having the max RPM at about 5,600 and planning at around 6,400. 6400s, yeah? So how do we pick a prop? What affects the most RPMs? Yeah, what affects RPMs the most? The pitch. So the lower the pitch, the higher the RPM, yeah? There are a lot of other factors, but I won't cover them in this video, and you can see this on Better English somewhere else. As my goal to share my own unique experience for your likes and subscriptions, guys. So remember about this. So the story and comparison. Okay, so the very first prop I used for many years, since 2009, was this, the original Mercury Black Max 10 3x8 diameter is somewhere here, and 14 pitch is quite common at that time. Back then I was completely inexperienced in these matters, like many others, and I didn't think that I need a different prop until I got tired of rattling everything here around, brum brum brum, on the trolling speed. So then I did some research and bought this composite one, Propulse. You can adjust it from here, from 11 to 17 pitch. By default, the middle is 14, and it's like the diameter like this one. So and 14 by default like this, 14. So it's like replacement, 4-blade composite replacement, let's say. So I set it to 11, and honestly I don't remember. So I don't remember much, but it didn't seem to make much difference for trolling. Maybe it just allowed me to increase RPM a little, yeah, to avoid rattling, yeah. Anyway, I used it for many years too, but last year I made the boat heavy with all sort of upgrades, especially here in stern. So pretty everything you see is from this winter upgrade. So it's become heavier. And this composite prop couldn't lift it up to plane with a pitch 11 anymore. So research showed that composite props are not ideal for heavy boats at all. This prop is great if you hit rocks, as only the blade gets damaged without bending the prop shaft. And this actually happened to me. You can find a series of videos on my channel about this. Unfortunately, I have to reject this prop now because of the heavy boat. So I tried to going back to the old Black Max, but RPMs, the maximum with open wide throttle was only 4800s, while we need to be in the 55-60 as we just discussed, as you know probably, depending on who is watching this movie. So the planning RPM, whether with the old or the composite one, was around 3,000 to 4,200 about. I don't remember, depending on the load. Yeah, I don't remember details, but in the first part of this prop series you can see something, and also in the series of video where I test the hydrofoil there. So overall this both turned out to be unsuitable. Mercury's prop selection tool, very bad tool guys, eventually suggested a large prop, 12¼ inches diameter by 9, with a very low pitch, 9, yeah, you can imagine. and that made a huge difference. You can see details in the first part. I didn't bring this prop with me because I need to sell it. I don't want to keep it in my dirty board. Yeah, but RPMs were way too high, and the pitch wasn't suitable for trolling at all. So I spent a lot of time picking the prop among the original options, convinced that I need 11 pitch, neither 10 nor 12. So 14 was tested, 9 was this big one, here 11, but it's 4 blades. So logically would be to test 12. No, after a lot of homework, I decided no, I need 11 and diameter not less than 11.5. And the only suitable option turned out to be this, not original, not Mercury, not Quicksilver, but Solas, 11.8 inches diameter, 11 pitch, which is currently there on the board. And guys, what I think, I actually, when I get the Bigfoot, I don't use this non-Bigfoot anymore. It will be a spare, so that's why I need to make some conclusion. So I decided that this will be my prop for this lower unit, while it still doesn't hit the right range. But for trolling now it's 3.5 perfect speed with 950 about against wave. It's even stronger now. Yeah, it's quite stronger now. Yeah, you probably can't see this well through the monitor, but it is. So I will keep this, because this will be my spare lower unit and the prop in case if I hit stone and need to get back to fishing again quickly. So, but let's compare things and let's discuss the theory. The theory says that one pitch will change about 200-300 RPMs. It is not true, according to my experience, and some other experience maybe I will share in in the description if I remember. If I don't, just remind me in comments. So it changes, according to experience, about 400 and even maybe 600. Yeah, the change of pitch usually comes with the change of diameter, but again, it's quite difficult to find the exact formula for this. Yeah, so I had 9 pitch previous in the first part, you can see, and I hit 5800s without wide open throttle. I didn't take a risk. I didn't want to stuck in that kind of conditions 20 kilometers from home. So yeah, so and now with just pitch 11, 2 more, I have 5200s, means 600 difference. So then like 1 inch of pitch changed 300, it matches, but well, it wasn't wide open throttle, so I believe I could hit 60 or 6200s on the previous one. Anyway, some other experience also shows that it's more than 300, it's more than even sometimes 400. So probably the perfect prop would be for my case. So let's talk about your use case. Yeah, so what is useful for you? Sometimes it's better to have script, but okay. So my boat is 900 kilos now and 5 meters fiberglass and very heavy stern, batteries and everything there. You can see it's low. So if it's your case, if it's your engine, 50 horsepower, so I'm not sure about 60, then probably your best prop will be with pitch 10. Yeah, the diameter will be less than this Solas 11. Yeah, from Mercury or Quicksilver. I actually took this one, which is 11.8 inches. They had 11.6, but I wanted the bigger one. It lifts up the stern better, I believe. I don't know what would be the difference in 11.6, but probably with the 10, with the pitch 10, I don't remember again what is the right prop. There you can see this in the service manual. I had it in the first part. You can watch in the first part. We would probably get the right, exactly the right prop according to wide open throttle. We would probably hit 5800s, something like that. It would be really nice, but I also care about trolling. Yeah. So now 11. If I would have 10 now, no. Almost 1000. Of course I can adjust here, but I don't want. I use throttle buttons, and I'm in the right speed again in that weather. Sometimes I am fishing in stronger weather, much stronger. Yeah. So 10 wouldn't work for trolling. That I do mostly, like 8-10 hours per day, sometimes 3 days in a row. So I would prefer probably to have less RPMs with wide open throttle. It's my use case, like combined use case, the most difficult one. For you, I don't know. I gave you material. I hope you appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, and that's what we have. I will probably record some other material when we go the opposite direction. Let's see when the wind blows back. Yeah, but that's what we have for now. If something wasn't clear, let me know in comments. Yeah, I know I'm not a perfect in explaining, especially in English, actually on my native language and my third language too. Yeah. So look, at evening time after I got the fish, it's more or less calm weather, more or less. So, and I had 3.5 kilometers per hour with about 900, sometimes 800, with 880 RPMs. So for trolling it's quite okay. Basically, I demonstrated and told you everything yesterday during the fishing trip, so you can already like and subscribe to see the continuation with a different lower unit that is coming on the way to me. I also promised to show the box, but first let me highlight what you just saw at the end of this trip. So I was planning at about 33 kilometers per hour, 4000 RPMs. In the evening it was calm already, waters, and you know what, it's what I like. So it's similar to what I had before, but this time I felt like the stern was lifted better and handling was good. Of course, there are a million factors like trim tabs that I have here. The tank was almost empty. Also, it's about where your ventilation plate against the bottom of the hole located. Yeah, so, but guys, I said everything. And I did the test what I could did without the help, any helpers. So about the box. And guys, it's not an advertise, yes, so I'm not expert as some other people, and I have seen that someone blamed Solas for not that good, I don't know, quality or performance in compare with Mercury Quicksilver. I just don't know, and it just happened to me that it was more or less okay for me. Nothing else. It doesn't mean that it is better or it is the best. No. So the box in the beginning you have seen, yeah, the box is really good for shipping in compare with Quicksilver and Mercury. You have seen in the beginning how it's packed there, and nothing fancy here. Yeah, so a lot of stickers because it was shipped several times to the dealer, from the dealer to me. So, and that's the spec, just for you to know. So that's final. Bye.